6 o'clock. As you know, the state's largest power company has been under fire. Eversource has been heavily criticized for rate hikes and massive power outages from this month's tropical storm. Lawmakers may vote on some changes, but did you know some lawmakers work for Eversource? Chief Capitol reporter Susan Raff is live at the state capitol right now with all the details. Susan, good evening.
Good evening, Erin. Yes, in fact, Connecticut has 3 state senators who all work for Eversource. Now, some would perceive that as a conflict of interest, so we wanted to speak to them and find out what the rules really are. Kevin Whitkos has been in the state legislature for 18 years. He also works for Eversource.
We have a part-time legislature, so most folks have another job.
Can a state lawmaker do both? Can they serve their constituents and their employer at the same time? This post that's on social media takes issue with 3 Republican senators, Whitkos, John Kissel, and George Logan, all who work for Eversource.
Is there a problem with that?
Based on the current law, no. Legislators are permitted to take official action that impacts their outside employers, provided they do not derive direct financial gain.
The executive director for the Office of State Ethics says as long as there's no quid pro quo, it's okay. Connecticut has a part-time legislature. Most lawmakers make roughly $30,000 a year, so many have other jobs.
If this was a full-time legislature, the rules would be different, right?
Oh, absolutely. Certain states have more stringent rules because they have full-time legislatures.
So if there's some legislation that directly impacts Eversource, I recuse myself from the legislation.
Whitkos says he's not voted on several energy bills, and Senators Kissel and Logan have done the same. George Logan works for the Aquarian Water Company, which is owned by Eversource. He says even though the rules permit me to vote on these matters, I often choose not to because I want to go above and beyond to ensure the public that there is no potential conflict. But perception matters. And Eversource is now the focus of hearings and legislation because of rate hikes and their response to the recent storm. Will Whitkos vote on legislation?
Will it be beneficial to my employer or will it be harmful to my employer? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If it's beneficial to my employer, I will recuse myself.
The head of the State Ethics Commission says it is not required for lawmakers to come forward and disclose any potential conflicts of interest, only that it is recommended. We're live at the state capitol in Hartford. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.